Indonesia is facing such a big challenge to actualize the status of the health and the welfare of the citizen. In responding to this issue, Indonesia needs human resources who are competent in health matters to actualize a qualified and a dignified health development. It then requires the graduates of the public health to own a required competency. Therefore, the Faculty of Public Health is present to improve the health service through a competent education of public health. As the reference of the public health institution, the faculty is aware that a qualified learning needs to be supported with competent infrastructures. The quality of the management and the service are both related to supporting their people in the academic community to be able to develop their potentiality in absorbing the knowledge they prefer to learn. The green environment of the campus gives the opportunity for the students to interact pleasantly, becoming an individual who is humanist, amiable, clever, and sensible to the surroundings.
Regarding the attempt to develop a qualified teaching-learning activity, the Faculty of Public Health presents 10 study programs held by 7 departments and 2 working groups.
The undergraduate study program of public health is one of the programs which goal is to bring out competent graduates who are able to identify and to solve health issues occur in the society and are able to implement the intervention of public health and are willing to endlessly learn about the public health issue. The nutrient is one of the important aspects of embodying the quality of human. Unfortunately, such qualified nutrition cannot be consumed equally for the people in Indonesia. The study of program of Faculty of Public Health of University of Indonesia performs a qualified education to bring out a graduate who is capable to manage a program of nutrition and health both in the institution and society for the improvement of Human Development Index in Indonesia. The education of environmental health in Indonesia is not focused yet on the fulfillment of the basic sanitation program, whereas the problem and the challenge of the environmental pollution are an urgent issue. The program study of environmental health established to face the challenge by educating the students to be a resourceful and skillful human who has the capability to identify the factor of environmental exposure and its impact to the society. Also to make the students to be able to overcome the knowledge, the science, and the technology of the preventions and control from the exposure, along with the management capability of environmental health. The program of Occupational Health and Safety brings out a capable graduates who are able to organize the implementation of the literacy of occupational health and safety. The program study of occupational health and safety is working together ethically and professionally with prominent people in order to be the reference of academic in the level of national and Southeast Asia. The lecturers of the Master Program of Public Health are the graduates of Master and Doctoral Program, professors, and also lecturers from other disciplines, government and industrial institutions in connection to the public health. The program study of public health has a finely developed curriculum and follows to the development of public health among the global world. We also established an interface system of long-distance course with e-learning base. It is unquestionable that the Faculty of Public Health of University of Indonesia becomes the standard of the education of public health in Indonesia. The Master Program of Epidemiology produced a graduate who is capable in developing the principle, the method, and the application of epidemiology to seek solutions for the health matters through research with interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approach in both national and international scale. The Master Program of Epidemiology consists of three majors: Epidemiology of Community, Clinical Epidemiology, and Sectoral Epidemiology. The study program of Hospital Administration intends to establish graduates with the capability of leader, manager, researcher, and lecturer, also a consultant who is competent in communication, hospital management, and business skill, hospital system, leadership, and professionalism. The needs of the occupational health and safety is increasing, along with the outgrowth of the infestation of the industrial in Indonesia. To overcome the needs, the Faculty of Public Health presents a master program of occupational health and safety to produce a competent graduate who is able to think critically and systematically. Also, for the graduates to have a broad knowledge of the science and technology of health and safety workplace, so that the graduate is able to develop and to manage the program of health and safety workplace in the industrial world in the element of government and society. The Faculty of Public Health also presents a doctoral program which consists of two program studies: Doctoral Program Study of Public Health and Doctoral Program Study of Epidemiology. The Doctoral Study of Public Health establishes the graduate who is capable to be a leader, who gives a recommendation of policy based on data, and also to produce innovative research through an interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, and transdisciplinary approach to overcome the health issues in the society, both in national and Southeast Asia level. The Doctoral Program of Epidemiology established a qualified doctoral education to bring out a competent doctoral graduate who is able to develop the knowledge and the method of epidemiology and also able to solve the health problems related to the literacy of epidemiology. The doctoral program of epidemiology has two majors: epidemiology of community and clinical epidemiology. The Faculty of Public Health is continuously contributing itself to improve the public health through the social service program. Based on the learned competency, the lecturers and the students are working together to formulate the issues and to work directly on the case, also actively involving the participation of the society. In order to actualize the Center of Excellence, the Faculty of Public Health holds an important role to produce the knowledge and the innovation which keeps moving and transforming by working on researches. To maintain the consistency of the research, the master students of the Faculty of Public Health are publishing the journals in national level and the proceedings in international level. The doctoral students are also publishing the journals in international level as a requirement of the exam. Some of the research works of the students are also published on scientific journals and forums in both national and international scale. Until now, the Faculty of Public Health is trying to implement the knowledge throughout a wider population, a broader environment, to give a thorough impact to achieve a better health for the society.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished speakers, our prominent guests, and our notable participants. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today, on the third day of the second ITTP Covid-19 2022.
My name is Mutia.
And I am Adinda.
We will be your Master of Ceremony of the second ITTP Covid-19 2022. This teleconference is a 3-day session starting from 6 to 8 of August 2022. And this is our final day of ITTP Covid-19 2022, and we are very pleased to be able to host this event and to welcome all of you. Welcome to the second ITTP Covid-19 2022.
Before today, this teleconference has undertaken a series of webinars that may interest you. If you are interested to watch our past webinar series and conference, please visit our website on www.ittp2022.org.
As you may know, this international conference on technology and policy in supporting implementation of COVID-19, or abbreviated as ITTP Covid-19, is a consortium initiated in 2021 involving 27 universities in the Southeast Asian region, supported by the Asian Secretariat and the Asian University Network, or AUN.
This platform is a forum for ASEAN community to build joint initiatives and synergize various strategies and recovery efforts after the COVID-19 pandemic in the Southeast Asian region.
The Faculty of Public Health Universitas Indonesia is proud to be able to host this international conference today here at this wonderful event with all of you. As today we are celebrating the birth of ASEAN, we would like to show you the organizing committee members who have been supporting and arranging this event so far. The organizing committee consists of staffs, lecturers, researchers, and students from Faculty of Public Health, Universitas Indonesia.
The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, was established on 8 August 1967 in Bangkok, Thailand, with the signing of the ASEAN Declaration, or Bangkok Declaration, by the founding fathers of ASEAN, which are Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand.
Brunei Darussalam joined ASEAN on 7 January 1984, followed by Vietnam on 28 July, Laos PDR, and Myanmar on 23 July 1997, and Cambodia on 30 April 1999, making up what is today the 10 member states of ASEAN. So we would like to say,
Happy birthday, ASEAN! We hope that ASEAN countries remain solid and keep getting stronger.
Before we get started, we would like to express our sincere appreciation to our sponsor, Novartis and Mandiri in Health, which generously assist us make this event come together to become a success. Thank you to all of our sponsors which have supported us this far.
We also would like to welcome today's moderator and speakers, Dr. Sandiaga Salahuddin Uno, the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia, Professor Supa Pengpit from Mahidol University,
Professor Mondastri Korip Sudaryo, the Dean of Faculty of Public Health, Universitas Indonesia, Dr. Agustin Kusumayati, Secretary to Universitas Indonesia, and Dr. Jackie Lê Tin Ong from RMIT University, Vietnam. We also would like to welcome our guests, judges of photography and infographic competition, and participants as well.
To start our final day of the second ITTP Covid-19, we would like to welcome Dr. Agustin Kusumayati, who is the Secretary to the University of Universitas Indonesia. She is currently assigned as the President of Asia Pacific Academic Consortium of Public Health. Dr. Agustin is going to present her keynote speech about strengthening primary health care for supporting health and productive tourism and small to medium-scale enterprises. Dr. Agustin, please, the screen is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, good morning. Warm greetings from the campus of Universitas Indonesia in Depok City, West Java. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished participants of the second ITTP Covid-19, first of all, let me deliver my sincere gratitude to the committee of this conference to invite me to share some keynotes regarding with how we can empower the small to medium-sized enterprises as one of major component of COVID-19 recovery phase. Next slide, please. Next. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today I will share some ideas on the notes that we will discuss. First, we will learn some lessons from the COVID-19 pandemic, and then some significance of the small to medium-sized enterprise in during the post-pandemic recovery, and then how primary health care can support the safe, healthy, and productive small to medium size enterprises, and finally, how pentahelix collaboration can support the strengthening of the primary health care. Next slide, please. As we know that next slide, please. As we know that for the last 2.5 years, we all experience of COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic affect almost all aspects of human life, as not only the health aspect, but also another aspects such as social aspect, economics, and the whole development of a human being. Next slide, please. So, by our experience in controlling the pandemic, we have learned that in controlling the pandemic and to continue our normal life, we have to apply what we call as the 5 level of prevention. This 5 level of prevention, the very first level is the health promotion. How we can promote health by applying healthy lifestyle, such as a good diet, a good physical activity, and etc. And by improving our health, we will have a higher defense on the disease. The second level is specific protection and disease prevention. Among others, we can prevent the transmission of this disease, in this case, by using masks, washing hands, and also physical distancing. The third level is early diagnostic and prompt treatment, and then the next is disability limitation and rehabilitations. Many countries have experienced when they are focusing on identifying cases and treating the cases, and they are not improving the health status of the community, and then they are not applying effective disease prevention and specific protection, then the cases remain high, and then the burden of the health facilities really very high in some areas or some countries, even become chaotic. So this is the first lessons. If we want to improve our health situation, we want to control the disease, the endemics, the pandemic, then we have to apply this 5 level of prevention. Next slide, please. This slide show us how the requirements that we need to have to control the COVID-19 pandemic. The requirements includes, among others, first, of course, controlling of the transmissions. It can be done by using masks, social or physical distancing, and also washing hands. The second one, we have to have a strong health system that can deliver services to detect, test, isolate, and treat cases, as well as to do tracing on every contact. The third component that we should have also, how we can control outbreak in special settings, such as in health facility, in dormitories, nursing homes, orphanages, so that settings like that. The fourth component that required to control the COVID-19 pandemic is preventive measures, especially to prevent transmission in public places. For example, public places such as schools, markets, public transportation, and etc. The fifth components that need to be developed to control the COVID-19 pandemic is the importance to control imported cases or risks. And last but not least, how we can empower the community by educating them so that they will have a better and higher knowledge, attitude, and practice in promoting their own health and then preventing the disease. So this is the second learn from the COVID-19 pandemic, that these all components should be developed so that we can control the COVID-19 pandemics. Next slide, please. So if we see this slide, so actually these 6 requirements is belong to the first, third levels of the 5 level of prevention. And these first 3 levels is actually the function of primary health care. Next slide, please. So, what is primary health care? Primary health care is an essential health care that we develop and delivered based on practical, scientifically sound, and socially acceptable methods and technology. So we ensure that these all services are available and accessible to the community, and the community can get or acquire the services through their full participations. So the keywords of this primary health care is promoting or improving, empowering the community so that the community have their own willingness and ability to live in healthy condition. The next important aspects of primary health care is the funding. So primary health care should be within the ability of the country and the community to afford the services so that all people in the community, individuals, families, and also communities have access to the services. Next slide, please. In Alma-Ata, 1978, already formulated 8 main components of the primary health care. First, of course, health education, and then food supply and nutrition to ensure that the people can live well because they have a good nutritional status. And then maintain the sanitation, food, water supply, sanitation facility, maternal and child health, immunization, prevention and control of endemic diseases, treatment of common diseases, especially infectious diseases, and last but not least, availability of essential drugs. Next, please. So let me now go to the second aspect of my presentation today, is how small to medium size enterprises have significant roles in post-pandemic recovery. Next slide, please. So why some small to medium-sized enterprise importance play a very significant role during the recovery phase? First, because those kind of business really creating job. It creates job opportunity to people so that this small to medium-sized enterprise stimulating economic growth, and of course, it reduces poverty. So during the recovery period after we have COVID-19 pandemic, this aspect is really important, that the small to medium size enterprise really starting again the business and economic activities of the people at the very grassroots level. The small to medium size enterprises also enhance regional development, and in this case, they distribute the wealth in the country better. So there are still another significance of the small to medium size enterprises, but in this case, I stress or underline the first 3 or 4 situation, how small to medium sized enterprises really play a very important roles during a recovery phase after we experience the COVID-19 pandemic. Next slide, please. Being small, being medium, there is several unique features of the small to medium sized enterprises. First, usually they have owner or manager with limited or very few generic business skill. And also, most of them have quite inadequate or limited knowledge on safety and health that related to their business. The second, small to medium sized enterprise usually have personal assets committed as security for the business. In this case, most of the small to medium sized enterprises, they also have limited resources to implement needed safety and health measures. The third unique situation is they operate flexibility rather than a strict observance on regulation. Include also in this case, they have limited knowledge on the regulations towards the health and safety related to their business, as well as also they have quite lower compliance to the regulation. So this very unique situation of small to medium sized enterprises bring them to a situation where in one side they have a very significant roles to the recovery, especially economic situation of the community, but on the other hand, they also can be raise the risk of the community and they themselves to again experience higher cases of COVID-19 and also other diseases. So in this case, it is really important for us to empower and to develop the small to medium sized enterprises so that they can do their business in a safety and healthy manner. And then they keep providing best contribution to the community. Now let's see the other importance. After we see the importance of the small to medium scale enterprises, let us see, next slide please. What are the common safety and health problems in small to medium size enterprises? These are the common health problems. The first, of course, communicable disease. Besides infection diseases such as acute respiratory infections, acute gastrointestinal infections, they also have another significant infectious diseases such as tuberculosis, sexually transmitted diseases, including HIV and AIDS, and of course, COVID-19. The second one is non-communicable diseases related to work, their work and lifestyle. Because of their work, they have unfavorable lifestyle. For example, they have less physical activity. They have not adequate diet pattern. And those inadequate lifestyle may give a higher risk for non-communicable diseases. The third is accidents. It can be accidents due to transportation, slipping, falling, and then also struck by objects in the area, in the working area. The next problems that used to be happen in the small to medium size enterprise is toxic events, especially those who are dealing with chemicals. And then electrocution and explosions, repetitive motion and ergonomic injuries. For example, those who are working in a static position for a long time. So they may experience many ergonomic problems. Hearing loss, and last but not least, is workplace violence. Next, please. So, looking at those problems that may happen in any of small to medium scale enterprises, so, and then we relate the characteristic of primary healthcare, we can see that primary healthcare is one answer of the problem of the safety and health problems faced by small to medium sized enterprises. Primary healthcare can support the small to medium sized enterprises so that they become safe and productive enterprises. Next slide, please. So let's see this again, the primary healthcare. It will provide basic healthcare and then where actually the whole society will be approached by the system, and then the focus is not only health matters but also the whole well-being. The second one, it addresses and expands to the determinants of health status. It's not only intervening diseases but also focus on prevention of diseases by intervening determinants of the diseases. And then next, it integrates at the community level all measures in health measures, so that it is the whole community and the population will also affect by the existence of a strong primary health care. Primary health care is people-centered rather than disease-centered. It focuses on people, focus on human development, and it serves people. And as referring to the definition, the criteria of primary health care is also available and accessible by all the people in the area. So primary health care is again an answer to the problem that faced by small to medium scale enterprises. Next slide, please. So these are examples where small to medium sized enterprises may have or serve or give their products. They may serve these special settings and then provide their products. While these special settings really in a high risk of COVID-19 outbreaks. So in this case, why the small to medium scale enterprises, they have to improve also their safety and health so that they can keep serving these stakeholders in the safety and healthy manner. Next slide, please. These are public places where the small to medium size enterprises really doing their business. They are doing their business there, or they are become a public places when they do their business. For example, public transportations, working places such as home industries, catering services, market, especially traditional market, hotel, restaurant, canteen, small restaurant in Indonesia we call as a warung makan. Recreational places, there are so many small enterprises there by the community, sport facilities, and tourism and cultural objects. So again, it is very important that we empower the small to medium scale enterprises to conduct and to do their business in the safe and healthy manner so that they become productive while at the same time they also maintain and keep the safe and healthy, not only they themselves, but also the community that they serve. Yeah, because these are the places that they use to do their business. Public places and special settings that really in high vulnerability of COVID-19 transmissions and outbreaks. Next slide, please. So when serving the small to medium size enterprises and try to develop safety and health in those enterprises, we apply this hierarchy of controls. So the very first one, we have to try our best to eliminate the hazard. So we try to, in this case, in the case of COVID-19, we try not to have those with disease coming into the business area or in the area that the enterprise give services. The second, if possible, we do some substitutions. We can do some engineering controls. For example, we apply distance, we apply not a direct contact between the providers and the consumers. And then later on, administrative controls where we can change the way of working so that the workers can maintain their health and safety, while and at the same time, when they have to serve also the community, they can serve in the healthy and safety manner. And then last is using what protective devices. Yeah, it's the last choice. So these are the controls that will be developed in every enterprises, every small to medium sized enterprises, so that they can deliver their business in the safety and healthy manner. Next slide, please. So how we can encourage, we can develop the small to medium size enterprise to be able to apply this all control in their working area as well as in their work, service area. Of course, by applying primary healthcare, but primary healthcare in this case should be strengthened and should be supported by various stakeholders. It cannot only delivered by, let's say, government. It needs participation and support of several and many stakeholders. Next slide, please. So this is telling us that primary healthcare at least have 4 pillars. First, of course, community participations. We have to empower the community, the people, so that they can have the best participation they have, and then they can improve their own capacity to live healthy. The second one, intersectoral coordination. FVC that medium to small size enterprises, they have business in several sectors. It can be in tourism, it can be in trading, or it can be in industry, for example, small scale industry. So when applying primary healthcare and delivering programs to those medium to small scale enterprises, we really need intersectoral coordination. It's a very nice coordination between, let's say, health with industry, with trading, with transportation, and etc. So sectoral coordination is the second important pillar if we want to have a strong primary health care. The third one is support mechanism. So the people, the community, they need support. So support can come from many parties. Can come from the government, can come from the community itself, or may come also from the industry, a bigger industry. That's a support mechanism. Last but not least, primary healthcare, they have to apply appropriate technology, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. We really see how technology really help us, the health provider, to deliver the best possible services to the community. Next slide, please. So this slide shows us how support can be developed and coordinated among 5 different parties that we call as the pentahelix collaborations. The first, of course, the government itself. Governments play very important role because governments have many resources. Governments also as the source of the regulations. So government is one party. The other parties is universities, academics, researchers like us. It is our responsibility to support the development of primary healthcare, to allocate our time, our thought, how we can make primary healthcare become stronger and also deliver a better health services. The third one, of course, the industries and private sectors. Both the small to medium size industries or enterprises and also bigger enterprises. So bigger enterprises can be a very good, very good example that small industry can learn and can benchmark to develop the efforts in the industry so that they can improve the health and safety of the workers as well as the business itself. The third party is the communities, the civil societies. Because small to medium sized enterprise, usually they are within the community. The owner or the manager is the member of the community. They sometimes involve the community in the business, or they also provide their products to the community. So in this case, it is really important that the community is involved to develop the primary health care and to develop the health and safety measures in the medium to small scale enterprises. Last but not least is mass media, including also social media. We have learned how mass media, social media have a very strong capacity to disseminate information, to change people attitude, people perception. So in this case, mass media and social media should play their important positive role to improve the capacity of the people, the capacity of the enterprises, the small to medium-sized enterprises, so that they have a good knowledge, they have positive attitude, and they can maintain their behavior so that they can maintain their business in the safety and healthy manner, and they also can provide their services to the communities in the safe and healthy situation. So that besides being productive, the small to medium size enterprises also can be the agent for the community where they are doing their business, also develop their health and safety. And then later on, since they can maintain the health, the safety of the community, they can control, let's say in this case, the COVID-19 pandemic, then they can continue their business, their products, their services, and then their business will keep growing and growing. So this situation will be a very positive influence between the business to the health and then health to the business. And the whole parties, the government, academics, researchers, industry, private sectors, mass media, and then the communities, they work together in developing and strengthening primary healthcare to provide the best services to the medium to the small to medium size enterprises, so that they can also continue their business in the safety and healthy condition. So this is the last note, how we need pentahealth collaborations to ensure primary health care, to ensure adequate safety and health measures in every small to medium sized enterprises, and then those enterprises can continue and develop their business and provide better products, better services, and then improve the economies, improve the situation in the area, and then of course reduce the poverty. So this is the idea how this pentahealth collaboration is very important to support primary health care, and how primary health care is very important to ensure the safe and productive small to medium sized enterprises. Last slide, please. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attention. Hopefully, these several notes may inspire us so that we can give our best to support the development of primary health care, and in the long run, primary health care will support the health and safety and productivity of small to medium sized enterprises, so that the small to medium sized enterprises may play their roles during the recovery phase after this pandemic already passed. Again, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a good day.
Thank you, Dr. Agustin, for the insightful keynote speech. We do realize that primary healthcare addresses the majority of an individual's and a community health needs throughout their lifetime. The COVID-19 pandemic has alarmed us about the importance of primary healthcare as the first hand to reach community, even to reach tourists in any places. Therefore, we need to consider strengthening our primary healthcare to have a solid and safe tourism. Once again, thank you, Dr. Agustin, for your speech.
Next, the following plenary session will show us about the importance of health-promoting tourism and micro, small, and medium enterprises.
As we know, Southeast Asian countries have been well known for the cultural diversity and tropical paradise. Tourism in all Southeast Asian countries is one of the main sectors affected by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hence, it's crucial to build a strong system to keep tourism in Southeast Asian countries remain solid from the future threats. The following plenary session will be led by Professor Supa Pengpit as the moderator.
Professor Supa Pengpit is a professor at the Faculty of Public Health, Mahidol University, Thailand. She is a public health expert, especially in health behavior, and her main research interests are health behavior interventions in areas of chronic disease prevention, obesity management, alcohol, HIV, TB and sexuality education, gender-based violence, and health system research.
For the first speaker of plenary, we will have the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia, Dr. Sandiaga Salahuddin Uno.
And Dr. Jackie Leitin Ong, the Senior Program Manager, Tourism and Hospitality Management from RMIT University, Vietnam, will be the second speaker of the plenary.
If participants have questions, you can write your question in the chat box and the organizing committee will assist you in the question and answer session. Now, we are going to give the screen to all of you, Professor Supa, Dr. Sandiaga, and Dr. Jackie. Please, the screen is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to listen to the second plenary that is very up to date. I think this time the second plenary topic is health promoting tourism and MSME, which is coming from micro, small, and medium enterprise recovery for sustainable welfare growth. If we listen to the conference from first day and second day, especially yesterday, we have focused many points related to wellness, tourism, and how is our role as academics and health-related profession that it can support wellness tourism. And today we come to emphasize more in health promoting tourism and MSME recovering, which is, I think, is very, very important topic that we work together across disciplinary, not only for health, not only business, but many other like tourism and other economies. Today,
excuse me, Professor Suba. Sorry for interrupting. Yeah. It seems the internet connection is not going well. If you don't mind, maybe you might turn off your video for a while. It seems the internet connection doesn't work well.
Yeah.
You may check your internet connection, or maybe you may turn off your video or your camera for a while, maybe.
Oh, but it's quite
yes,
stable.
it seems like a breakout voice here.
Oh, okay. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Okay. Because I use high speed internet and it's never have a problem. Is that okay now?
It's still breaking out, Prof. Maybe we can also check from our end. And maybe you want to check your microphone, Professor?
Yeah, it's just okay. Otherwise, you can integrate it from your side, and because I use high-speed internet cable modem, I can hear you clearly. But if it's break, then maybe you can operate from Indonesia's side.
Okay, Prof, you may continue. Thank you, Prof.
Okay, this morning we have two speakers. The first speaker, we are very honored to have the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy of Republic of Indonesia. So the first, let me allow me to introduce the first speaker, Dr. H. Sandepa Salahuddin Uno, BBA, MBA. The first speaker is currently the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy of Republic of Indonesia. His education background is Bachelor of Business Administration from Wichita State University, Master of Business Administration from the George Washington University, Washington, D.C., and Doctor of Research in Management from George Washington University, Washington, D.C. as well. His past experience, the first one was he was a candidate of the Vice President of the Republic of Indonesia and used to serve as the Vice Governor of Jakarta, and he was a Vice Chair Advisory Board to develop the Greater Indonesian Movement Party economic platform for Indonesia. So the second speaker from Vietnam, let me introduce Dr. Jackie Lai Tin Ong. Sorry for pronunciation. Let me introduce Dr. Jackie currently is the senior lecturer in tourism hospitality management at MIT University, Vietnam. Also senior program manager tourism hospitality management at MIT University in Vietnam. and lecturer at Vietnam campus. Her education background is Bachelor of Arts degree in Architecture from National University of Singapore, Master of Urban Planning, University of Melbourne, Doctor of Sustainable Development Planning from University of Queensland. Dr. Jackie experience is working as international expert with more than 20 years of experience in higher education, research, and business consulting for public sector in the tourism and hospitality industry. Teach at 5 higher education institutions, namely IIT University Vietnam campus, James Cook University Singapore campus, University of Queensland in Australia, Nanyang Temasek Polytechnic, and Technological University in Singapore. With all of the very extensive experiences of the two speakers, we are confident that we're going to learn a lot from the information from the speakers. Unfortunately, the speaker number one have other important unplanned activity. He couldn't come present this morning, but he have prepared a video tape to present to all of us. So let's present the video tape from the minister as the first presentation in this plenary this morning.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Warmest greeting to all the participants of the ITTP Covid-19 plenary sessions held by the University of Indonesia with the theme of tourism and small to medium scale economics for self-sustain. In this wonderful occasions, allow me to share some insights on tourism and micro, small, medium enterprises development in Indonesia, especially post-pandemic. Related to handling the impact of a pandemic during 2020 to 2022, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy continues to promote resiliency and collaborations, enabling the sectors to grow in the midst of the pandemic. We continue to encourage tourism and micro, small, medium enterprises in playing an important and powerful role to the growth of Indonesia's economy, treating it as opportunities with creativity and innovative ideas as the core value. Therefore, micro, small, medium enterprises in Indonesia are expected to enter the supply chain with improved value-added products and increased selling power. Various policies and assistance programs for micro, small, medium enterprises digital transformations is our main priority, one of which is the micro, small, medium enterprises marketing innovations through planogram installations. The planogram is a tool to showcase, and it's a showcasing installations of the micro, small, medium enterprises products that contains product informations with a QR code connected to the marketplace and social media selling platforms. As reflected in e-commerce, there was a significant increase of 79.4%, amounting to 150 million online transactions. Furthermore, with regards to tourism, based on data from Indonesia's Central Bureau of Statistics, BPS from January to June 2022, the number of foreign tourists visiting Indonesia through the main entrance reached to nearly 750,000, an increase of 930% compared to the same period in 2021. We can also inform this prestigious forum that Indonesia's tourism competitiveness is improving amidst the pandemic, as shown from the significant increase in the world ranking from 40 in 2019 to 32nd ranking in 2021 of the World Economic Forum Travel and Tourism Development Index. We, for the very first time, have passed Malaysia Vietnam, and Thailand in the World Economic Index. With all the opportunities that we have, I'm very confident that post-pandemic is the time for tourism and creative economy to grow and recover more sustainably and inclusive. Let us use this momentum by making innovations, adaptations, and collaborations at the forefront of our efforts in expanding business opportunities, creating good quality jobs, and empowering micro, small, medium enterprises toward Indonesia's economic recovery. Recover stronger, recover together, and certainly recover better. I thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
That is very short and very insightful information. And I would like also us to congratulate with the Indonesia that now in terms of tourism industry is improving in global rank position. It's improving a lot. And I'm sure Indonesia is a country of very variety, and you have a lot of unique travel places that even myself, I also want to visit still many more places, because I went to Kuniken and Jakarta itself, and there are a lot of things that is quite interesting. Even we are the same Asian country, I'm sure the European and the American and some other international people would like to see some of the wonderful travel destination of an Indonesia. The minister also emphasized of the digital transformation that is could back up and support very well in tourism. And I think we are in this era. In everything, digital transformation is come into changing or supporting our activities. So we can't say that we leave technology behind, but we have to run after technology. Now, I would like us to move to the second speaker. Sorry, I was calling Dr. Jackie. Please give me apologize. Maybe I should have called Dr. Ong. So please welcome to the second speaker of the plenary. Dr. Ong, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Supa, Professor Supa. Slide, please. Yeah. So my first slide. Yeah. Xin chào. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, my top next slide. Yeah, very happy to be with you this morning. Yeah, Xin chào is a Vietnamese greeting. Yeah, I'm Dr. Jackie Ong here. Yeah, thanks for Chair for the brief introduction about my background. I will not delve it further. Next slide, please. My topic for presentation this morning is on best practices of tourism in post-COVID-19 pandemic in Vietnam. And there has been some success with international tourism picking up in Vietnam since April 2022. So this presentation will discuss the context for how the strategy have been developed and the resultant solutions in Vietnam. Next slide. And this will be my presentation outline. I will go briefly on Vietnam tourism overview, focusing on the demand and supply aspect of tourism in Vietnam. I'll talk about a bit on the impact of COVID-19, and then I'll share with you some strategy for sustainable tourism development in Vietnam, followed by conclusion. Yeah, next slide. Vietnam is a destination really with very diverse natural and cultural resources, with more than 3,000 kilometers of coastal line, and also with at least with 54 ethnic minority group, and with 30 over national parks, and with a lot of current built facility. In this presentation here, may I know how many of you have actually been to Vietnam? Okay, at least Professor Supa has been. And what's your impressions of Vietnam, Professor Supa?
It's beautiful country and food. We love Vietnamese food so much. It's very healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, thank you very much. Increasingly, yes, Vietnam has been in the radar, and it has been also voted as the top, most faster developing destination in the world. And also the cuisine has also been voted as one of the highlights in the tourism area. So next slide, please. So overall, like elsewhere, tourism has always been used as a vehicle for economic development. And in Vietnam, tourism has been growing very rapidly and significantly in the past 20 years. Since from 2000, it has about 2 million visitors. To 2011, it has gone up to 6 million. And at the peak before COVID hit Vietnam, it had 18 million international visitors. With also 85 million domestic tourist arrival, which is practically like almost every Vietnamese is traveling. Yeah, for information, there's about 96 million population in Vietnam, so 85 million domestic tourist arrival. That's a huge number, and tourism generate about 35 billion USD in the tourism receipt, and it contribute to about 9% average in the past 10 years. And so tourism is really very important in Vietnam. Next slide, please. So the key markets, top 5 market share in Vietnam, like many places, is China, which is contribute to about 32%. And Korea about 22%, and followed by Japan 5%, USA, and then Taiwan and the rest. So this gives you an idea who are the people who visiting Vietnam in the most important market in Vietnam. Next slide, please. So as I highlighted earlier on, domestic market is very important. So and it contribute about 334 billion Vietnamese dong, compared to about 421 billion Vietnamese dong from the international sector. So on total, 34 billion dollar contribute to the economy. So that's a huge amount. So next slide, please. With the increase in, with of course the visitor number, the accommodation has also, establishment has also been increasing, and we can see in this slide here, it has been grown to at least about 600,000 rooms in 2019, and the growth rate is about 11.5 per year, with an average occupancy about 60% per year. Next slide. So this diagram here gives you an idea on the type of accommodations in Vietnam. And here show the 3 to 5 star hotels and high-class establishment in Vietnam. So increasingly, we see a lot of international brands coming into Vietnam, and on the whole, big brands such as International Continental Hotel Group, the Marriott Group, and also the all the big brands coming in Vietnam, including also Thailand had also invested heavily in tourism hospitality sector in Vietnam. Yeah, next slide, please. And the share of local tourists and international tourists, as shown in this slide here, about 77% of the total guests staying in the upscale hotel in Vietnam, international tourists, and 22% are the domestic tourists. So this gives you an idea on how the hotel sector is doing in Vietnam. Next slide. To help tourism to grow, the Tourism Authority has a very ambitious goal in setting up for tourism development. By 2025, the Vietnamese government have targeted to grow its tourism number to 25 million international arrival and 50 million international tourist arrival in 2030. And for local domestic, 120 million domestic tourists in 2025 and 160 million domestic tourists in 2030. And they're targeting to have a average growth of medium growth between 5 to 8% each year, with a growing GDP between 13 to 14%. Next slide. So the key tourism focus in Vietnam, as set by the government, are 4 key areas of tourism product: coastal tourism, which is also known as sea tourism, culture tourism, ecotourism, and urban tourism. And all these 4 types of tourism will be developed and focused specifically in the 7 destinations. Please click the slide. Yes. Okay. And the government also try to diverse its tourism product in terms of area like community-based tourism, MICE tourism, dental tourism, and health tourism, and including also food tourism. Next slide. Yeah, next slide. Everything like elsewhere, seems to be very rosy, but when it comes to 2011, that hit very hard to Vietnam. And we can see in this slide here, GDP contribution to Vietnam had down from 9.2% in 2019 to about to only about 0.2% in 2000 and to 1.9% in 2021. So that's a big drop, but luckily, with the support of the domestic tourism, that it still managed to survive with the 1.9% contribution to the GDP. Yeah. Next slide. So thanks to the domestic market, as I shared with you earlier on, almost once in every Vietnamese travel, and today even COVID hit, it still have almost 80 million domestic tourists in Vietnam. And Vietnamese spend average of around 1.15 million Vietnamese dong per day. Yeah, when they 1.5 million is about 50 USD so per day, and which demonstrate and this helped to really cushion the impact of the brought from COVID-19. And next slide. And yeah, next slide. This shows the spending of tourists. And we can see in this slide here, the top 5 international arrival market to Vietnam was also greatly hit, as in demonstrate here. So like elsewhere, we are, especially in China, they are still practicing the zero intolerance for COVID-19 policy. Next slide. So with the opening of borders and lifting of travel restrictions since March this year, we can see there's a sharp increase in the tourist arrival number in Vietnam, with more than close to triple digit number, a 4-digit number in the increase in tourist number. So today is about close to 1 million, yeah, slightly less than 1 million visitors coming to Vietnam in July since when it opened its border in March. But however, tourism, the Vietnamese government still think that tourism is still lagging behind compared to the counterpart like Thailand, which had about 2 million international visitors, and Singapore 1.5 million, and Vietnam is still really under, the number is still below compared to the rest. So the Vietnamese government is very serious about tourism development. Next slide. And they come out with strategy to to counteract this. And in here, there are at least a nice strategy for sustainable tourism in Vietnam. The first strategy, continue to, they push for continue to renew awareness of tourism development. So it has been, promoting tourism education in many of the university, and like in RMIT, we help to even promote tourism in terms of hosting the tourism competition for high school to create their awareness of tourism development, and having a lot of seminars and roundtables to talk about how to develop tourism development, to create awareness that the importance of tourism as part of the economic sector. Number two, government is very, very pro-policy for tourism development. And in this case, they have supported many tourism businesses and promoting the partnership between public and private partnerships. And for instance, in just a couple of months ago, there have been a signing up of a partnership with the European Chamber of Commerce to help in promoting tourism, and with the airport authority to educate the labor skills in terms of so that to helping the industry to become of a more of a quality type of the industry. And of course, infrastructure development, and this, like elsewhere, Vietnam is also focusing towards a smart tourism ecosystem. In the past 2 months, there are at least a couple of cities have been signed up for smart city development, and with the partnership with international agency to develop the city to become more smart, and in terms of tourism development. The fourth strategy is really putting on developing the human resource development, because currently Vietnam is still shortage, like elsewhere, shortage of skilled labor. At least there are about 25,000 of shortage of skilled laborers in the tourism market every year, and still about and especially the shortage for middle management level is still very lacking. So a lot of investment have been put on promoting tourism education, as I shared with you earlier on. The fifth strategy that the government using is developing and diversify the tourism market, especially with the tapping on the big market of the domestic market. So it had been emphasizing, encouraging Vietnamese to travel domestically since the hit of COVID-19 in the 2020. Yeah, so and therefore we can see a good GDP contribution from the domestic market. And also, beside pushing for domestic market, the government is also diversifying the market itself. Beside the top 5, as shared with you today, the authority is having a lot of road shows and focusing on India market, the Russian market, and the European market, including also Australia and the Asian market like Singapore. And trying at the same time, while focusing on diversifying the tourist market, the authority also try to develop products itself to become more of a quality. For instance, in recent years, the promoting of sustainable tourism, so helping the ethnic minority group in terms of developing and into a quality type of community-based tourism, and at the same time focusing on wellness tourism in Vietnam, and dental tourism and healthcare tourism, and to improve the competitiveness of the Vietnam tourism, and also increase the experience for the tourists to tap on the advantages of the natural resource of each regions and locality that's suitable to the needs of the tourist market. Yeah, and strategy number 7 is really to rebrand and promoting Vietnam market. If you have a chance you can do a Google, comparing to the marketing promotion video, Vietnam increasingly is like on par with the international arena, where the video are very contemporary and also very attractive. And they rebrand it to be Live in Vietnam Totally, which one of the strategy. And of course, like elsewhere, focusing on digitization of tourism. So government are giving a lot of support to the small medium enterprise in helping them to develop their product and digitize their products, and virtual tour tourism when during the COVID hit Vietnam. And lastly, and besides, also the government has increasingly trying to improve the effectiveness and efficiency of the management of tourism. For instance, the role and responsibility of local authority are given more power to oversee their development and at all levels, and ensuring also the focus on ensuring of hygiene, which our previous speaker had talked about, the 5 level of control and the risk of how to control disease in spreading. And also, beside that, increasingly there's a focus on food hygiene and safety for the tourists itself. So the policy is very tourist-centric itself. So next slide. So some of the action that have been taken, of course, the earlier on, the ambitious of having 25 million by 2025 is very ambitious. So the government have been revised to the strategic action plan to push for international travel arrival this year to 5 million. So hopefully in the next half of the year, they can slowly at least meet some of the target. Yeah, but because the next couple of months is actually the peak season of Vietnam, and some of the action that we can see is government have already providing financial relief to tourism-related enterprises and giving financial support package to tourism workers who have lost their job and retrain them. We also see the recent action plan by government is today, 8 October, they are hosting a forum to identify the more critical challenges that are the immediate challenges. And the forum will discuss the theme on new products, new market to further to promote tourism. There will be about 120 exhibition booths to showcase the tour packages and travel product to encourage actually more domestic travel. And as also there is free entrance to key tourism destination. For instance, today there's an independent palace offering for visitor to visit the palace museum and so on. Yeah, next slide. So other action would include also the next couple of months, we can see Vietnam will be hosting the International World Travel Awards, and Vietnam has been also nominated at least 10 category in the awards, which is I think really will be very attractive. It's come in September. Yeah, and it will be hosting the International Travel Expo at the same time in Ho Chi Minh City. And just a couple of months ago, they have hosted the ASEAN Game, yeah, the 2021 ASEAN Game. So they are trying to promote a lot of key events to attract more international tourists. At the same time, developing the MICE sector, which stands for Meeting MICE, yeah, Meeting Incentive and Conventions and Exhibition sector to boost the business traveler coming into Vietnam and coming for investment. Yeah, next slide. So one of the key promotion tagline that Vietnam is doing is Live Fully in Vietnam campaign, and it's quite attractive in this and they have multiple video clips to encourage people how to live and enjoy themselves in Vietnam. Hopefully, with the government forum today, we can see more success in attracting more tourist arrival in Vietnam. and Vietnam has also increased the number of flights, increased the number of flights to different international city, providing more incentive for travel in terms of visa, ease of visa entry to Vietnam. Of course, compared to Thailand and Singapore, they still have to open up more visa to more country in order to attract a bigger, largest group of tourists coming into Vietnam. Next slide. So in conclusion, Vietnam, in the last year, Vietnam actually was voted as one of the leading destinations in Asia in terms of sustainable tourism destination by the World Travel Award. So generally, we can say that Vietnam tourism achievements are actually very outstanding with the rapid growth in many key areas, and with the appropriate strategies and commitment in developing, especially its infrastructure, and promoting environmental friendly, and especially reducing pollution level. The air pollution is actually very bad in Hanoi, and improve its infrastructure, for instance, especially transportation and focusing on developing a human resource. We can definitely see Vietnam becoming the star for visitor destination in the very coming years. So overall, the future for Vietnam tourism development is very, very bright. Yeah. Next slide. So that's all I want to share with you this morning. Thank you very much. Cảm ơn. Any questions?
Okay, I think that is very good example that we have learned a lot from Vietnam also. Actually, the way we are as outsider, the way we look at Vietnam is not only tourism that is fast growing. We always discuss in our university that sooner Vietnam will be one of the country that is leading of everything in Asia, because the infrastructure has been fast developed. We have looked at some university campuses in Vietnam that is new built, and it's look very high up standard. All of the new university or new campuses has come up. And from my observation, different time visited to Vietnam, we can see that it's a lot of change in terms of infrastructure to support tourists. So from Dr. Ung's presentation, we have learned a great strategy, like it's very, very clear in terms of travel development, especially the 9 strategies that, for sustainable tourism that is utilize all of these marketing and economic growth, like the infrastructure development, the policy, marketing, branding, smart city development, and the slogan of this, slogan or vision of the new product and new market. So I think this is the expand horizon of travel in Vietnam. Right, the strategy is similar. I think we always study from each other. We also have learned from the Indonesia. After we opened the country, it's not 2 million. We have 3 million. The Prime Minister announced this morning that is 1 month that we opened the country is 3 million of tourists already visit to the country. So that we hope we can regain a little bit of the economic position sometime soon. Before open to okay, let's see if some of us have something to ask to the presenter, or some point to share further after we listen to the 2 presentations. But we can't discuss with the minister. He sent the video tape. We can ask the question to Dr. Ung, or if you as participant have something to share, you are welcome to share, so that we can have this platform for real learning and sharing experiences. Please, anybody have a question or something that we would like to share so far? In the meantime, I'm visiting Way next week. I think in Vietnam, they organize the Way University of Medicine and Pharmacy is organizing the COVID and related public health issue 20 and 21st of August. So it's next week. Yeah, and for those international participants, I think to visit to Vietnam, it will be simple now because Vietnam Airline is very economic price, cheap price. It's unlike the other airline, maybe Thai airline, we also expensive. But if you fly Vietjet or Vietnam Airline, I think we check from the website, is always cheaper than the other airlines that we can visit. And related to public health conference, apart from in Vietnam, I announced for Way University next week. But we, in September, we also have, I think it's the Mekong Public Health, what is that called? The Greater Mekong Country Conference in Public Health in Pattaya. Some of you, those of you who wanted to visit or come out of the country first time post-COVID, maybe we can see each other in the Greater Mekong Public Health Congress in Pattaya. Maybe you can check from the website or you can send me an email. I can share it for you because it's also multi-country. It's like ASEAN, another smaller ASEAN or APEC Congress. Okay, any questions so far or sharing so far to Dr. Ung, please? So if it's not, maybe if you have something, Dr. Ung, you have something to say before we closing the session?
Thank you. Actually, Professor Supa, you have highlighted a lot of very nice, you summarized my point very well. And thanks for promoting Vietnam, actually. Yes, it's really a very attractive place because as a foreigner living here for about 5 years, I really discovered, I really like Vietnam a lot and a lot of opportunity for me to travel and learn and from the Vietnamese tourism development. Yeah, so please, if you have an opportunity to come to Vietnam or Hanoi, I hope to catch up with you when you are here. Yeah. Let me know if you are coming to Vietnam. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Then I think we can close this session, but we can keep our relationship and we communicate each other. So at least we know each other, we know the person from this congress, so we can collaborate in teaching or conferences or even research in the near future. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone.
Professor Supa, Dr. Sandiaga, and Dr. Jackie, thank you for the insightful discussion. As an attempt to deal with future threats and burdens, we hope that health-promoting tourism can strongly contribute to create a solid and sustainable tourism for Asian communities.
We are really sorry that Dr. Sandiaga Uno cannot join live with us. But before we move to the next schedule, we want to ask Professor Supa and Dr. Jackie to have a photo session for our documentation. Please open your camera and give your best smile as possible. Thank you, Professor Supa and Dr. Jackie. The organizing committee, please capture the Zoom screen in 1, 2, and 3. Once again, 1, 2, and 3. Wonderful. Once again, thank you to Professor Supa and Dr. Jackie, also to Dr. Sandiaga. Your participation in this event goes beyond our gratitude.
As we are celebrating the diversity of Southeast Asian community and also the birth of Asian, we would like to show you a glimpse of the cultural diversity proudly owned by Southeast Asian communities through some lovely performance arts.
The following performance is from a group of students called Tatra Nesa from Universitas Indonesia. They will perform Ruai dance, which is a traditional dance from West Borneo or West Kalimantan.
This dance is about the youngest princess who betrayed all her older sisters. She was cursed because of her own act and turned into a Ruai bird. This bird itself is indigenous from West Borneo or West Kalimantan and has been well known for its beauty. The movement exhibited in the dance represents the beauty and spirit of the bird. Please enjoy the Ruai dance performed by Universitas Indonesia.
That was an amazing performance from Tatra Nesa of Universitas Indonesia. Honorable participants, as you may know, ITTP Covid-19 2022 arranged photography and infographic competitions as well. And today, we already have the winners. But before we announce the winner of photographic and infographic competitions, we would like to announce the best paper presenter.
And to do that, we would like to invite Professor Sabarina Prasetyo from the Faculty of Public Health Universitas Indonesia to announce the 4th, 5th, 5th, and 6th winners of Best Paper Presentation from Health Science. And well, we are really eager to hear the winners. Prof. Sabarina, the screen is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning. I'm very pleased to announce the best presenters for health science and please the organizing committee to so we do have 6 best presenters of 120 presenters along the second ITTP conference. The 6th best presenter is Kagita Kirana Hanifah from Universitas Indonesia. We may applause to Kagita Kirana Hanifah, and this is the title of her present proportion differences of energy intake level based on emotional eating, external eating, and other factors among adolescents at SMA Budi Warman II, Jakarta in 2020. So congratulations Kagita Kirana Hanifah. Next, this is the 5th best presenter is Nur Rahmah Utami from Universitas Indonesia. Her paper is dominant factor of metabolic syndrome among individuals aged 15 and over, an analysis of Riskersdas 2018. So congratulations to Nur Rahmah Utami as the 5th best presenter. Now the 4th best presenter is Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Saleh from University Science Malaysia. His paper is comparison of 2 different nucleic acid extraction methods for the identification of SARS-CoV-2 variants using Illumina NGS Minisec system. Congratulations to Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Saleh. Okay. And now we continue to the 3rd best presenter. The 3rd best presenter is Tri Amelia Rahmita Helmi from Universitas Indonesia. Her paper is about association of COVID-19 infection with multidimensional of fatigue among population in Depok City. Congratulations to Tri Amelia Rahmita Helmi. Now we continue to the 2nd best presenter is Fira Azahra from Universitas Indonesia as well as Monash University. Her paper is about impacts of COVID-19 pandemic on in vitro fertilization clinics in Jakarta, Indonesia. Congratulations to Fira Azahra. And now, this is the 1st best presenter. Now is Razan Hayati binti Zulkifli from University Science Malaysia. Her paper is about concurrent acute myeloid leukemia with SARS-CoV-2 virus infection in elderly women, 2 case reports and review of literature. Congratulations to the first best presenter, Razan Hayati binti Zulkifli from University Science Malaysia. Okay.
Thank you, Professor Sabarina, for announcing the winners. Now, please turn on your camera. We want to capture the screen for our documentation in 1, 2, 3. Well done. Thank you very much.
Again, congratulations.
Now we are inviting the 4th, 5th, and the 6th winners or best presenters to have a photo session too. All right, okay. We're still waiting for the 4th, 5th, and the 6th winners or best presenters. Please kindly open your camera.
While waiting for the participants, or sorry, for the winner to open the camera, once again, congratulations for all the winners, for the best presenters, as well as the best photo that has been announced today. We do really hope that the competition is not just the end of all this series of activities. Hopefully, it can motivate all of the participants, the other participants, to do the same thing in the other opportunities. After listening to the announcements of the winners, we'd like to have another cultural performance arts. The following act is a musical performance from a group of students named the LK Chambers from Nanyang Technological University, Singapore. The LK Chambers comprises of Lee Kong Chan School of Medicine students from various years, coming together to share their passion for music.
The act is about concertos, which are instrumental compositions involving one or more soloists playing with an ensemble or orchestra. Let's welcome this performance with a big round of applause. an exquisite performance from LK Chambers, Nanyang Technological University, Singapore.
Well, to continue the excitement that we currently have, we would like to invite Dr. Yudan Wulanza from the Faculty of Engineering, Universitas Indonesia to announce the winners of Best Paper Presentation from Engineering and Natural Science track. Dr. Yudan, please let us know who the winners are. Okay, Dr. Yudan, can you please unmute your microphone? We haven't heard you yet.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity that given to me. It's really nice to being here. I've seen very nice discussions during these 2 days, and gladly I would like to present who the best presenter for the engineering and natural sciences. So without further ado, let's goes to entitled Extend Jet Sire Model to Aid Development of COVID-19 Control Strategies in Klang Valley. And it is from University of Malaya, belong to Safa Malik. Congratulations, Safa Malik, for your very nice work there. And then finally, came to the first best presenter. I know the mark is very close, and let's have a look who got the first best presenters for this year. Yeah, goes to the entitled Molecular Docking Study of 30 compounds in Propolis tetragonula sapiens with therapeutic protein target for COVID-19, and it is the work from Universitas Indonesia, belong to the group of Safira Chandra Asih. Congratulations, Safira Chandra Asih. Gladly seeing you here, and congratulations for all the team.
Again, million thanks to Dr. Yudan Wulanza for announcing the winners. Please do not turn off your camera yet, as we want to capture the screen for our documentation. For Dr. Yudan and the best presenters, please turn on the camera and give us your sparkling smile. No? Okay. All right, then we're moving to the next schedule.
We know everybody loves music. The following act is a singing performance from a group of students named Red Voice from Gajah Mada University, Indonesia.
They will sing Yamko Rambe Yamko, which is a song from Papua Province, Indonesia. Originally, it is a war song, so we will listen to patriotic melodies sound throughout this song.
The lyrics itself represents the willingness of sacrificing to defend Indonesia from the colonials. For many years, this song has been mainly performed during the Indonesian Independence Day on August 17, 1945 until today.
Special performance is also shown in the video, in which the dancers hold traditional Papuan spears to symbolize patriotism and sacrifice. I cannot wait to see this performance, so please, your biggest applause to their performance.
Well, we'd like to call the Red Group Voices from Gajah Mada University to come to the screen. While waiting for the performance itself, we already see lots of performance today. The first one is from Borneo or Kalimantan, Indonesia.
Yes.
And the second one?
From Nanyang Technological University. Amazing! What an energetic performance from UGM. We can feel the energy from that performance, isn't it?
That's true. And to keep this positive vibe, we would like to invite Dr. Arnold Japutra from the Faculty of Economic and Business Universitas Indonesia to announce the winners of Best Paper Presentation from Social Science tracks. Dr. Arnold, please turn on your camera and please announce the winners to us.
Yes, thanks for unmuting my audio. So we had a really great conference and we had many great presentations during our session in the social science track. So I would like to announce the best presenters for social science track. Apparently we have 4 winners here because for the third best presenters, we have a tie between 2 presenters. So we're announcing 4 winners here. Can you show me the slide then? Okay, so the 4th best presenter, which is the same as the 3rd one, will be given to A.T. Mardian Kurniawati from Universitas Erlangga with the paper entitled Redesigning Medical Education in the Transition from Pandemic to Endemic COVID-19 Situation, a Narrative Review. Congratulations, A.T. Mardian Kurniawati from Universitas Erlangga. And then the 3rd best presenter will be given to Nurul Afika from University Brunei Darussalam with the paper entitled Understanding Consumer Reactance and Retailer Strategy During the COVID-19 Pandemic. Congratulations, Nurul Afika from University Brunei Darussalam. And the 2nd best presenter goes to Rachel Teh Pik Jing from University Science Malaysia with the paper entitled Grasping the Potential of Medical Tourism After Recognition of Traditional and Complementary Practitioners During COVID-19 from Practitioner Perspective in Malaysia. Congratulations to Rachel Teh Pik Jing from University of Science Malaysia. And we have the winner here. The first best presenter is Noveri Maulana from Universitas Indonesia with a paper titled Travel Risk Perception Toward the Post-Pandemic Era, Analyzing Risk Factors of Staying at Tourist Accommodation After the Third Wave of COVID-19 Cases in Indonesia. Congratulations to Noveri Maulana from Universitas Indonesia. Okay, we will have the picture taken. Anyone?
Thank you, Dr. Arnold. Please keep the camera on as we want to capture the screen for our documentation. Starting from 1, 2, and 3. Smile. Once again. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Thanks. That's the winner.
Well, we are not over yet. Next, we would like to invite Professor Fatma Lestari, who is the President of Disaster and Risk Reduction Center, Universitas Indonesia, to announce the winners of Best Paper Presentation from Multidiscipline Track. Professor Fatma, please show us who the winners are. Professor Fatma, the screen is yours. While waiting for the next agenda, we'd like to firstly once again say congratulations for all the winners that have been announced till today. And of course, you still can access our program book to see our next agenda in our website www.ittp2022.org. You can find various materials, information, and other insightful ideas there.
Hi, Beth. Yes, Beth.
Hey, guys!
You ready to go?
I'm super ready.
Yeah, see you there. I'm on my way.
It takes months to make ulos.
Inulos mo yan ang mga
This is the famous toe-toe dance. Look at the stunning Holborn Hills. Wow! The fact is, Danau Toba is the biggest caldera lake in the world. So it needs more than just a day to travel here. You have to prove it and see for yourself.
I'm in Jakarta! Modern city! You know guys, Jakarta has 47 museums that you can visit. Now, I'm going to meet my friend. Wow! This mask, they believe can fight them from bad things.
Guys, I'm in Malioboro Street. I'm trying to do batik here. Guys, it's called Wayang Kulit, UNESCO World Heritage.
Beautiful. The Komodo, the last real dragon on Earth. Enjoying this beautiful morning. Let's find out world-class underwater paradise. Hey, turtle! Doesn't want to roll around in this pink cotton candy sand. I brought this cat.
Topeng. He's Maria.
It's Ulas.
It's the cleanest village in the world.
Let's take a selfie.
Shopping time.
Oh my god.
hope that all of you can visit Indonesia at least once in your lifetime.
Right.
So next, we would like to re-invite Professor Fatma Lestari, who is the President of Disaster and Risk Reduction Center, Universitas Indonesia, to announce the winners of Best Paper Presentation from Multidiscipline Tracks. Professor Fatma, please show us who the winners are, and this time is yours.
Thank you very much, honorable colleagues of the second ITTP COVID-19, Her Excellencies, President of the conference, Dr. Agustin Kusumayati, MSc PhD from Universitas Indonesia, Vice President of the conference, Professor Dr. Ing Eko Supriyanto from UTM, and Dr. Brian Sri Prahastuti MPH, Office of the President, Republic of Indonesia. On behalf of the steering committee, Professor Dr. Sabarina, MSc, Professor Dr. Kamal N. Siregar, SKM MA PhD, and also organizing committee, Poppy Junior SKM MM, and also on behalf of the track leaders, chairs, co-chairs, the judges, organizing committee who have been working very hard for the past several months. It is my honor and delighted to have the chance to announce the winner of the Best Paper Award in the multidiscipline track. And for the second best winner for this multidiscipline track is Yoselian Sopamena Yunita Tewinarto Melani Budianta from Universitas Indonesia. And the title is an Inter- and Transdisciplinary Education Program of COVID-19 in Indonesia. Congratulations. And the first guest presenter in the multidiscipline track is Dokuang Hien from National Institute of Occupational and Environmental Vietnam, with the title of Review of Management Procedures during COVID-19 outbreak and New Normal Approach to Patient Operation. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Fatma. Please do not turn off your camera as we want to capture the screen for our documentation. Professor Fatma and the winners, please show us your radiant smile in 1, 2, 3. Once again, 1, 2, and 3. Thank you very much. Our next performance is from students at Royal University of Phnom Penh, Cambodia. They will show us the classical Cambodian dance, which is also known as court dance. It is one of the most precious Cambodia's art forms. This classical dance has been described as a bridge connecting gods and the kings.
In a modern period, the classical Cambodian dance is performed for royal rituals and for important visitors of the palace. This dance genuinely represents the Cambodia's culture. And of course, we cannot wait to see this, and let's see their performance and give another round of applause for this performance.
Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ dòng sao kia sọp tình tiếng Việt ơi anh biết ơi. Ơi không ông kia xôm bàn phò mong ơi xóm sao bia sọp tình tiếng Việt ơi anh biết ơi.
Thank you very much, Cambodia, Royal University of Phnom Penh. I have never seen a wonderful performance like that.
Agree.
That was so relaxing. What a beautiful dance with a lovely traditional music. Again, we would like to invite Professor Sabarinah Prasetyo from the Faculty of Public Health Universitas Indonesia to provide quick announcement and to inform us the winners of photography competition of the second ITTP COVID-19. Professor Sabarinah, please, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much. Again, here I would like to announce and make a bit clarification and correction that in the health track paper presentations, there is a mismention. So we apologize on behalf of the committee. We apologize for being mismentioned. For the fourth best presenter, supposed to be Ibu Nik Zuraina from University Science Malaysia. And since Ibu Nik Zuraina could not make in a Zoom presentations just now, and Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Saleh replaced her, and Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Saleh is also the team of the Ibu Nik Zuraina. So congratulations to Ibu Nik Zuraina for the fourth best presenter in the health track paper presentations. Congratulations. And now I would like to also announce the winner of the photography competitions. I would like to see the third winner of the photography competition is Pandey Komang Sudiantika from Indonesia. So congratulations to Pandey Komang Sudiantika to be the third winner. And the second winner is Rehan Agung Ramadan Putranta Wicaksono from Indonesia. Congratulations. And the first winner is Prince Light Besorio from the Philippines. Congratulations. So, congratulations to all the winners of the competition.
Please do not leave the screen yet, as we want to capture the screen for our documentation with the winners. You may open the camera for the photography winners and we can have a photo session together. While waiting for the winner to open the camera, we'd like to remind you once again that this event can be streamed through our YouTube at Faculty of Public Health, University of Indonesia at FKNUI. Okay, thank you, Professor Sabarinah, and once again, congratulations for the winner. Next, a group of students called UKTK from Airlangga University, Indonesia will perform Sparkling Surabaya Dance, which is a beautiful work of art that lies upon the urban art. This lively dance is presented within the heterogeneous society of Surabaya as the capital city of East Java province, figuring the modern choreography that is based on the characteristic of East Java dance. The liveliness and cheerfulness of Sparkling Surabaya depicts the spirit of Surabaya as one of the remarkable tourism cities in Indonesia. The spirit that is carried by the dance is a symbol that Surabaya is ready to welcome either the domestic or international tourists. Let's welcome this performance and give it up for UKTK Unair.
Surabaya kota metropolitan kelap-kelip lampu nang dalanan. Ayo kanca ngundang wisatawan mlaku-mlaku nang tunjungan. Rame-rame bebarengan.
Sugeng rawuh dateng kutha Surabaya.
What a beautiful dance with a lovely traditional music. Thank you once again to Universitas Airlangga for the wonderful performance.
And well, for the final winner announcement, we would like to invite Mrs. Nurul Dina Rahmawati, who is the Vice Chair of Organizing Committee of ITTP Covid-19 2022 from the Faculty of Public Health Universitas Indonesia, to announce the winners of infographic competition of ITTP Covid-19 2022. Mrs. Dina, please, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, our duo wonderful MCs, for being here and introducing me. And on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express our highest appreciations from for all the presenters and also the competition's participants. Until now, we received 19 infographics, which is very, very important and very interesting, attractive. But on behalf of the committee, we would like to mention only 3 winners that will be announced today. It's based on the vote via the website, likes on the Instagram, as well as the vote by the credible judges. So we would like to mention the 3rd place for the winner on the infographics belong to Nisrina Nurtifal from Indonesia with the title of infographics, How to Protect Your Body with Shield. Congratulations, Nisrina. And the next one, the 3rd place belonged to Ananda Firdawansi from Indonesia with the infographics titled The Importance of Overcoming the Increasing State Waste Post-COVID-19 Pandemics. Congratulations, Ananda Firdawansi. And finally, the 1st place will belong to Farhansyah Pratama from Indonesia with the title Safety Seriously. Whenever you work, whenever the job, take safety seriously. Congratulations for all the winners, and I would like to invite everyone who attend the Zoom meeting to turn on their camera. So we have all of them, yeah? For Miss Nisrina, you okay? Brilliant. How do you feel, guys?
We're counting down in 3, 2, 1. Smile. Once again, in 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again for all the winners that have been announced today. We do really hope that the competition can be a first start for all of you to do the best thing and to produce the best products for the more sustainable and healthy Southeast Asian countries. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our 3-day teleconference. We hope this second ITTP Covid-19 can act as a platform to strengthen the Asian community stronger from future threats and burdens. Before we close the second ITTP Covid-19, we would like to invite Professor Mendastri Korib Sudaryo, the Dean of Faculty of Public Health Universitas Indonesia, to give closing remarks. Professor Mendastri, the screen is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namaste, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Salam Sejahtera, Good morning. His Excellency Dr. Sandiaga Salahuddin Uno, BBA, MBA, the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, Republic of Indonesia, Distinguished Dr. Agustin Kusumayati, MSc, PhD, President of Asia Pacific Academic Consortium of Public Health and Chair Lady of the second ITTP Covid-19. Distinguished Professor Dr. Supa Pengpit, MSc, Dr. PH, MBA, Faculty of Public Health, Mahidong University, Thailand. Distinguished Dr. J.K. Lee Tin Ong, Senior Program Manager, Tourism and Hospitality Management, RMIT, University, Vietnam. Distinguished colleges, faculty members, students, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. It is really an honor to be a host and organizer of the second International Teleconference on Technologies and Policies for Supporting COVID-19 Response and Recovery Plan in Southeast Asia, abbreviated as ITTP Covid-19. Initiated last year in 2021, the first ITTP Covid was hosted by the University Technology Malaysia in August to commemorate the anniversary of the Association of Southeast Asia Nation, ASEAN. In this conference, thanks God that we have been successfully gathered 22 well-known universities from all 10 ASEAN countries to participate in this wonderful event, gaining massive support from more than 150 eminent professors and top researchers, as well as from hundreds of smart students all over the Asian countries, has brought us to this notable conference presenting approximately 165 scientific papers. Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. The second ITTP COVID-19 has covered three big clusters of sciences. It has health sciences, engineering and natural sciences, and humanity and social sciences. In this respect, all participants from different disciplines and background from ASEAN countries such as lecturers, researchers, professionals, practitioners, as well as students might have learned together and were able to not only present excellent scientific papers leading worthwhile publication, but also to formulate more comprehensive and integrated policies through multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary approaches in dealing with this volatile unfinished pandemic. Concerning publication plan, through this conference, we are collaborating with at least 13 national and international accredited indexed journals. During the conference, the three keynote speakers from Presidential Office of Republic of Indonesia, Ministry of Health of Indonesia, and Asia Pacific Academic Consortium of Public Health have elaborated fundamental issues on, first, the strategies to strengthen intersectoral collaboration, the second, health system transformation by establishing 6 pillars of transformation, the third, strengthening primary health care. The group discussion have advised valuable thoughts for policy recommendation to high-level decision makers in ASEAN on, first, electronic health record sharing, the second, health technology for ASEAN health resilience, and the third, developing health and safety, promoting tourism in ASEAN. To boost enthusiasm of the conference, we have given awards, 14 best presenters, and 6 winners from infographic and photographic competition. Excellencies, distinguished participants, and ladies and gentlemen, allows us to extend our high appreciation to ASEAN Secretariat, ASEAN University Network, the Presidential Office of the Republic of Indonesia, all university partners, government institutions, supporting companies or industries, especially Novartis and Mandiri in health, non-government organizations, academic and professional associations and communities, as well as alumni, especially Mr. Agung Surya Irawan from Asia Safety Lead Sonoko and Ms. Triska Faradina from CPB Construction Company. In particular, we would like to thank University Technology Malaysia as the co-organizer of this conference, and all other participating partner universities in ASEAN, is as Institut Teknologi Bandung, Universitas Airlangga, Universitas Gadjah Mada, Universitas Mula Warman, Universitas Pajajaran, Universitas Kebangsaan Malaysia, University Malaya, University Putra Malaysia, University Sains Malaysia, University Utara Malaysia, Royal University of Phnom Penh, Cambodia, National University of Laos, University of Philippines, Nanyang Technology University, National University of Singapore, Mahasara Kram University, Mahidong University, Prince Songkhla University, School of Business and Management, RMIT University, and University of Medicine and Pharmacy, VNU. We would like to also express special thanks to all honorable presenters, resource persons, moderators, chairpersons, committed committees, eminent colleagues, and faculty members, actively participating students, and other enthusiastic participants, including the lovely art performers that have immensely contributed to the real success of the knowledge sharing and learning until the conference is finished completely. Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, finally, wish all of us could have been enjoying the most fruitful scientific discourses and achieve deeper insight from the enlightening knowledge sharing. Expectantly, the third ITTP conference will be prepared and hosted by another partner university by year 2023. We are looking forward to seeing you all of you next year. Please keep safe and healthy. May God bless all of us, and again, thank you very much. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Professor Mundasri, for the closing remarks. For all participants, please do not forget to fill in the attendance form given in the chat box. And also, we would like to invite all of you who are attending this event to join a photo session for our documentation. Please open your camera and show us your best, funniest, nicest, and most beautiful smile as possible.
Hopefully all of you has opened the camera right now. And we will count to 10, and the organizing committee will assist us to capture the screen. Well, we are counting now in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you very much. Okay, well, once again, we would like to take some documentations. We will count about 5 seconds. Let's count it once again in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on for a sec. You can still open your camera to join our next photo session in the next 5 seconds. Well, all right, are we ready? Yes, I think we can start to count in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you very much. Wow, we cannot believe that we have escorted you since the first day of the second ITTP COVID-19 until today. Honorable participant, I am Adinda. And I am Mutia. We as the Master of Ceremony and as the representative of the organizing committee would like to make an apology for any mistakes, and we do really hope you enjoy the sessions. Also, thank you to all of you for attending this event. And sadly, we have to go closing the second of ITTP COVID-19 by saying massive thank you to our sponsors, Novartis and Mandiri In Health, and also to our moderators,
speakers, performers, participants, behind the scene team, and to all of you who have supported our event this far.
See you again in the next ITTP COVID-19.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, terima kasih, and happy birthday ASEAN!
Hi, Beth. Yes, Beth.
Hey, guys. You ready to go?
I'm super ready.
Yeah, see you there. I'm on my way.
It takes months to make ulos.
Inulos mo yan ang siya mamamagkinay.
This is the famous toe-toe dance. Look at the stunning Holborn Hills. Wow! The fact is, Danau Toba is the biggest caldera lake in the world. So it needs more than just a day to travel here. You have to prove it and see for yourself.
I'm in Jakarta! Modern city! You know, guys, Jakarta has 47 museums that you can visit. Now, I'm going to meet my friend. Wow! This mask, they believe can fight them from bad things.
Guys, I'm in Malioboro Street. I'm trying to do batik here. Guys, it's called Wayang Kulit, UNESCO World Heritage.
Beautiful. The Komodo, the last real dragon on Earth. Enjoying this beautiful morning. Let's find out world-class underwater paradise. Hey, turtle! Doesn't want to roll around in this pink cotton candy sand.
I brought this cat. He's Raya.
the cleanest village in the world.
Let's take a selfie.